Welcome back to 843 TV. We're going to continuing our discussion with the lovely ladies from the Board of Voter Registration and Elections with Beaufort County. And you've got a lot of things that you're breaking down for us today. We talked about who can vote, how you vote in the previous segment. Let's talk about the terms early voting and absentee ballot voting and the differences between the two.
Okay, so early voting is the period prior to an election where the registered voters in Beaufort County can come out to vote. For most elections, that takes place Monday through Friday for the 2 weeks prior to the election. For general elections, that's Monday through Saturday, the 2 weeks prior to elections. And we have 4 early voting centers throughout the county that any voter can go to any one of them as long as you're registered in Beaufort County. Those are at the St. Helena Library, our main voter registration office in Beaufort, the Bluffton Recreation Center, and then the Hilton Head Island Government Complex.
So a lot of locations to make it convenient no matter where you live in the county.
Absolutely.
So that's early voting. What about absentee voting and how does that work?
So mail-in absentee is for people that can't make it to the polls. And that is sometimes people that are over the age of 65, people with a disability, people that are going to be out of town, those that are caregivers and can't make it to the polls because they're caring for others at that time. In that case, they would need to do mail-in absentee. And there is a deadline. It's 11 days prior to the election to apply for it. But you can come to our office, or you can call us and do this over the phone and apply and request an application for absentee. We'll mail that out to you. You'll send it back. And then about 30 days prior to the election, we'll send you your ballot.
So they really need to think in advance and realize, hey, I'm not going to be there or I can't get there. I need to take this action fairly soon to get my information. College students may be another opportunity for someone who'd be an absentee ballot. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And let's not forget them because, you know, they're residents here, but they might go in other states.
Yes.
Yeah. So as far as that, so there's been a lot of talk in the last couple of years about confidentiality in voting. How could I trust the process, mail-in voting? Well, let's talk about how we can reassure the viewers that there's trust in that system.
Yeah, it's important that our voters know that there is integrity in the voting process.
Great word.
And so what we want to ensure our voters that our office is working daily to maintain security, physical and cyber security. We also invest a lot of time in making sure that what we do is correct. And we want voters to know that the experienced staff that we have in our office, we have experienced poll workers who are operating at the precinct on election day. And of course, we have new people as well. But we will also make sure that those new voters, the new poll managers, that they are trained to do the job. And they are always placed with someone who's been working in the process for a long, long time. So we want our county voters to be confident that when they go to the polls, that they are going to receive the correct ballot. And they can also check their ballots online. We talked about that earlier, prior to going to the precinct on election day, by going to the scvotes.gov website, pulling up a sample ballot, knowing what you are going to vote for before you get to the precinct on election day, and that will help the whole process, help them to feel confident that they know, what to expect before they get to the precinct on election day.
Just encouraging people to prepare and plan ahead so that they get there and they're familiar with everything going on. And just a shout out to you. You told me you've been with the county for 41 years, so that's definitely some experience there. That's wonderful. Now, what about some other things to think about? What about poll workers? Or someone's interested in being a poll worker? Is that something that you help to deal with as well?
We are always looking for new poll workers. I actually have a training coming up in a couple of weeks to train more ahead of the November elections and the presidential preference primaries in February. If somebody's interested in being a poll worker, they can go online and apply. And that website is BeaufortSC/easypollworker.com. So if they go there, they can apply. They'll get an email or a phone call from me, and we can get them registered for a class. But we're always looking for voters, and that gives voters and people in general a front row seat to the election process.
Yeah, it sounds like a wonderful opportunity and a great way to serve and give back to your county government.
For sure.
And ladies, that's all the time we have for this segment and for this show. So thank you all for watching 843 TV, where communities come to speak.